Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? Once again, beautiful day today. Very, very warm day today out here today. And we are filming right now with one of my old Sony camcorders. We're testing this out today. This is an old camcorder from like 2008, 2009, maybe a little later. And we are going to show you what we're doing. So we got the Brocaster camera out here, the reporter, I should say. This is the reporter camcorder I was talking about earlier in my video. And today, oh, you know what? I don't even have a microphone. I didn't even bring a microphone. I usually have like a little voice recorder microphone. Let me double check in my bag and see if I got a voice recorder microphone. Hang on. Okay. Looks like I lucked out. Looks like I did bring the voice recorder cover microphone here. So just bear with me for a minute. We got the Sony camcorder from, I think this one was a 520. This is the 520 with a 240 gig hard drive. Very excellent camera. I usually don't take this one out too much. Actually, I just got it not too long ago. So we're testing it out for the first time, trying to see what it looks like. And as you can see, the sun is covering my face. So you can't see my face that well. I mean, this hat is covering my face, so I might look a little dark, but that's okay. I'm just gonna give you just look around a little bit and see what the quality of this camcorder looks like. I didn't do any of the I didn't change any of the settings, and it's really, really hard to see in this type of light. But that is the reporter camcorder. We're out here. I got my little basket with stuff today. I brought a bunch of cameras and stuff to test out, and we're just gonna pan around a little bit and see what everything looks like. This grass is pretty high out here. As you can see, this grass, I'm standing in all this grass out here. It's pretty high. There's a little path right here. Kind of show that. There's a little path right here. But anyway, we're gonna put this tripod back down here and try to give you guys a shot of what we're doing here. I think I was focusing on this tree right here as my main background. I think we're gonna stick with that. So y'all just bear with me for a minute. All right? So, you see, I'm gonna move this camera over here in front of this tree here. And I got all these camcorders in my hand here. Y'all just bear with me for a minute. Trying to stabilize these lights, trying to stabilize the light stand. When you do video shoots, I want to bang this camera up. This is my other Sony camera right here. This is SR11. We'll talk about that in a minute. See where we at. It's not too bad. Somebody calling me right now. Who's calling me while I'm out here? Turn this thing off. Another thing, when you do video shoots, you got to prepare for a lot of things. You got to prepare for lighting. You got to prepare for a whole lot of different things. And right now, we haven't really prepared for a lot of things. We're just kind of winging it. It's kind of hard to see myself on this monitor, but I'm assuming that we're kind of framed up pretty good. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit more. And one thing about camcorders, they don't have the widest angle. Sometimes you need to get a wide angle lens or something. And in this case, I don't have a wide angle lens, but got to make do with what you got, you know? So what I'm trying to do is frame up the tree in the background. That's going to be our background. And then we got a camera. And then I'm standing, go back a little bit further, right about here maybe. Okay. And we're framed up. Okay. And then this is my other camcorder, so we'll talk about this one for a minute. And then we'll sync up our audio. We'll sync up our audio right now. I think I was recording. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, your boy Tony from Cali once again. Broadcasting, not broadcasting. Broadcasting, not broadcasting. We're out here right now. Beautiful day today. And today is the, I think it's the 12th. I think it's the 12th or maybe the 13th. I get mixed up a little bit, but I think it's the 12th of April, 2021. I'm your boy Tony from Cali. Boom, you can see I'm out here today chilling with my kind of a pinkish shirt. It looks like a pinkish shirt that I got on today. My sister got me this shirt with Muhammad Ali on it. And yeah, we'll show you a little bit more of that in a little bit. I got my shorts on, just chilling. It's kind of a cool, breezy day. There's a little wind out here, so you know, you might hear a little wind from my microphone. We're using the little Sony voice recorder once again, and I talk pretty loud, so I'm holding it down here where I usually would hold it up closer. And I noticed that it was too loud before, so I'm gonna hold it right about here. And I can even put it, like I said before, I can put this in my shirt. We're gonna do that real quick. I can just tuck it in my shirt and record as well. So there's all kinds of different options when you're doing this. So now I'm hands-free and I can talk about what we're talking about right here. So this is the, I'm just gonna hold it. I'm used to holding the microphone. This is the S-Vhs reporter camera made by Panasonic, and it's the AG455 Pro line, okay? This was a camera that came out in 1993, I believe. 1993. And it's a very, very good looking camera. And this is the camera that we were using yesterday to show you guys. I'm gonna bring it up to the camera here a little bit, okay? And what I did, we got the universal Brocaster high definition bracket attached to it. And we're gonna show you what that does. So when I flip the camera around, you notice there's another little camcorder in front there. And that is the HC V10. That is the camera that right now that we used yesterday to do our broadcast. Quality wasn't very good on it. It was actually 720p. Lighting wasn't very good, but I wanted to show you this is one way to upgrade your camera. And we're still not done with it. I can still add microphones and lights and other things to this particular camera. And you say, well, why would you want to do this? Because like I said, now the camera's more it's balanced. I can put it on my shoulder, better stability, and everything else. So that was the reason that I actually did this. Now I'm gonna walk back here a little bit. I'm gonna walk back a little further here, if I can. And you can see me a little bit better, maybe. But I'm standing in a lot of grass here. As you can see, I'm standing in a lot of grass. I'm in shorts, just chilling today. And it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna come back up now. And I got this thing on a light stand. I don't have it on a tripod. I got it on a light stand. Light stands are a lot lighter. They're easier to maneuver. I got a ball head on the top here. So, no, I don't have a ball head. I have a ball head on that light stand. So I can adjust the tilt and that type of thing. This one doesn't have a ball head on there, but as you can see, I can rotate it. And then I'm gonna show you how the Brocaster bracket actually works. So from this angle right here, that was not good. We might have to edit that. The whole camera came off here. The Brocaster bracket is supposed to be tighter. I didn't have it as tight as I wanted to have it. So we're going to put that back on there. Wow, man. Drop this thing dusty. Okay. So we're gonna put it back on there. But what it is, it has a hot shoe that slides in. I should have tightened it up before I brought it out here. And what happened was it was loose because it was in the bag. And I'm gonna take it off now so I can show you how it actually works. Now, man. And now I'm holding my microphone out here, so you can barely hear me here. Hang on. I'll put the microphone right here. I'll tell you, it takes a lot to do video stuff here. Okay. So, this is the universal Brocaster bracket. Okay? Universal high definition Brocaster bracket. And the way this bracket works, we're going to show you in a second here. You have a little hot shoe screw right here that I should have tightened up, but I didn't tighten it up. You tighten it up, and I have, if you notice, there's multiple holes here where this is actually drilled. Okay? You want to tighten up your camera first, which I didn't do. Tighten up your camera. Whatever camera that you want to put on there, you can put any high definition camera on here. With the multiple holes, you just adjust it so that it's balanced on the on your camcorder, however you want it. I think I had it in the second hole. Yeah, the second hole. And then you tighten it up with another little screw right here. And these are all hand tightened screws that you can get from whatever. You get from, you know, camera supply places and so forth. So this is the Brocaster bracket. Now I'm able to film. If I want to pop this screen out, I'm able to film. I don't know if this camera has any batteries in it, but I think it does. I mean, not batteries, I don't know if it has power. Turn on the, drop my microphone. Okay, I'm back again. Someone is gonna hold this microphone, right, like I said. So this is the universal high definition Brocaster bracket. The universal high definition Brocaster bracket. I'm your boy Tony from Cali once again. If you're just tuning in, you don't know who I am. Computer animation, three-dimensional holographic, digital video, broadcast, special effects engineer, / senior audio visual telecommunications specialist, / broadcaster, not broadcaster, broadcaster, not broadcaster, of my reality show, born in 1963, all in HD. And right now we are out here, beautiful day today. Today is April the 12th, 2021, okay? And we're out here, we're looking at this reporter camera here. This is the Panasonic S-Vhs reporter AG455, okay? This is one of the popular cameras back in the day. A lot of people wanted this camera. I wanted it back in the day. This camera was probably going for like $2,000 or $3,000 and I finally got one. I said, okay, it took me a couple years to get one, so I finally got one and I paid like about $60 for this camera. So I said, I'm gonna put it to use. I'm not gonna just put it on the shelf and just be the average collector that's out there collecting cameras. So my goal was to just put it to use, and here I am. So I built this bracket right here. This is called the Brocaster Universal HD High Definition Bracket. So you can put any HD camera on here. I've got a little Panasonic HD camera right now, the HC V10 on here as a little sample camera. It only shoots in 1080p with that camera. We probably won't be using that camera too much, but out here is probably pretty good. We might test it out again today. But for right now, we're just going to show you how it works. So with the camera on, I can set the power where you can turn the power on, or you can have the power turn on when you open up the camera. So you have several different ways. Oh, that looks pretty good. No, we don't want, I don't want to enter date. I don't have no card in here? They say I don't have no memory card in here. I gotta put a memory card in. Wow, that looks good though. The picture looks really good. So, just to show you how this would work, if I had this on a regular tripod and I wanted to pan and tilt, you could actually see in the viewfinder what your image is going to look like, and it actually looks pretty good. So I think we are going to film with this camera today. Wow, that looks really good. 720. I just got to put a memory card in there, and I brought a bunch of memory cards, so that's no problem. I can pop a memory card in there and we'll film with it. So now you're sitting here, instead of looking in this little eyepiece right here like this, like you normally look in, you got a viewfinder here, and then you can also put it in selfie mode, so you can also see what the image is going to look like in selfie mode. Okay, so you're filming, boom, and then you can pop this off too if you want to look at the lens on here. Sure, you can look at the lens on here. Now the ideal is to eventually build it into some of my cameras, but right now I don't want to take this camera apart because I'm really happy with the quality, I mean the design of the camera, and I don't want to damage the camera or anything like that. I got another one that I may end up getting, and we want to build the camera into the lens area right here, right into this lens area right here. And just talking about that, I believe Sony came out with one. Sony came out with the MC2500. I believe that's the model number. Look it up. The MC2500. If you look at that camera, and I've been talking to my buddy about that. It's really funny. That camera came out, I forgot what year it came out, but that camera came out and it's equivalent to a regular camcorder. That's what I'm trying to say. This little camcorder right here, I'm gonna turn it off now. Shut down my power here. Okay. This little camcorder right here, like I said, if you built it into the front of the lens, which that's what Sony actually did. The MC2500, I think they did that with the 1000. I think they had an MC1000 too, and a couple other models. But they were all big plastic cameras, and all the rest of the camera was just made. It's weird. It's weird. It's funny though. The rest of the camera was just air. We call it air. It was nothing in there, no components. This actually has mechanisms in here because your VHS tape used to go in this section right here. So this is a pretty balanced camera. It's actually pretty balanced, and then your battery would go in here. I don't have a battery in here. Your battery would go in here, and it's pretty balanced. You put it on your shoulder, and it felt pretty good. But they made a camera that was really, really light. It was just all plastic, and then the actual camcorder was right here in the front of the lens. But it looked very impressive. A lot of videographers, a lot of wedding guys, weddingographers and videographers used to buy that camera when it first came out, but the quality on that camera is no better than probably the quality on this camera. I take that back. This camera is not as good as that camera, but the quality on that camera is no better than probably this camera right here. This is the SR11, one of my favorite camcorders. It's got the built-in 60 gig hard drive, okay? This is the SR11, and this camera, I could actually put it on the universal bracket the same way. I can take the universal bracket off, and I can mount this on that bracket, and bam, we'll be filming in, I believe this was 1080i. It might have been 1080i or 1080p, I'm not sure, but this is a very good camera, very expensive camera back in the day. The SR11, okay? So, what I did today is I brought a couple camcorders out here to test out the camcorders, to look at the light. I'm gonna shoot in 1080p, I'll shoot some of them in 1080i. And as far as upgrading these cameras, I brought out the JVC too. We were going to use that today, but the battery was low on the JVC. The one I showed you yesterday, the battery was low on that, and it's getting kind of warm out here too, so I ain't going to be out here very long. But I did bring out a couple other cameras. We're also going to test out the G10 that my buddy Harry sent me yesterday. Thank you, Harry. Thank you for that. So today is just a test and to show you how the universal Brocaster bracket works. That's what this is all about. To show you that this is the universal Brocaster bracket. Get a little closer here so you can see. You see the camcorder, and I think it looks pretty good. So if I want to go out and I want to film with this, I want to put this thing on my shoulder and I want to film with it. Now I have a more balanced rig. That's what this is a camera rig. It's a do-it-yourself camera rig. So a lot of guys that are building cameras and they got all these different DSLRs and they got all these more expensive camera rigs. That's all it is, it's a camera rig. But this is an old school camera rig. So we decided to go old school, and I decided to go with the old Panasonic reporter camera because this was the ideal camera back in the day. A lot of colleges, a lot of universities used to use this camera. Access Sacramento, I'm trying to think. Everybody wanted this camera when it first came out. I remember, I wanted it so bad. And like I said, this one came out in '93. And then they had some earlier models of course as well. And the 456, I think that was one of the most popular one. They're identical. It looks exactly like that one. It looks like identical. It looks identical to this one right here. I don't know the differences on that particular camera. It just says 456 and this says 455. So I wasn't fortunate to get the 456, but actually I think I got a bid on a 456 coming up in a day or two. And I might get it, I might not. But I'm just happy to have this. And like I said, just be thankful for what you have, and I think that's what this video is all about. Being thankful for what you have, and even if you just use your cell phone. With my cell phone right now, I would probably get a wider shot than I am right now, but that's okay. And I tell people, if you need a wider shot, just step back a little further or move your camera back if you want a wider shot. So there's a lot of possibilities in getting your wider shot. You don't always have to change out lenses and stuff like that if you don't have the budget to change the lenses and so forth. So I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but anyway, your boy Tony from Cali. It's getting kind of warm out here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back in a minute. I think we're gonna test the G10 out. I want to shoot some video with the G10 and the little G10 pocket camera I was telling you guys about. The Canon. We're gonna shoot some video with that. I'm gonna put a memory card in here. I'm gonna do some test video with that. We're gonna probably show that as well. And I don't know what else to say. I got a couple other camcorders. I've got the Sony. Once again, this is the SR11. Sony SR11, one of my good camcorders. I've got the I don't know the model in another. Oh, it's the XR350, I believe. The XR350. We're going to show that one. We're going to show it real quick. So, just bear with me for a minute. I'm going to tuck this in my shirt. Kind of gets in the way. It's kind of hard to do a hands-free video when you don't have a clip-on mic or anything. So I got this little bag right here. Nice little camera bag right here, and I'm able to put my camcorders in there. So I've got the one that I'm filming with right now is the oh shoot, my recorder slipped down my shirt. Okay, we're back again. The one that I'm recording with right now is the which one is it? It's the 520. We're recording with the 520. It's a 240 gig hard drive, so I can record with this thing for hours as long as you got enough battery power. So we're recording with that one. That's a Sony 2. We're talking with the Sony recorder right here, and it doesn't have to be Sony. I was gonna buy an RCA recorder the other day, a RCA voice recorder. It was like I didn't want to spend, I think it would have been like 19 or 20 bucks. I didn't want to spend the 20 bucks. But it was like a RCA recorder. It was in good shape. They'll probably put it back up for bid again. It was an RCA recorder, and I wanted to get it so it would go with my RCA cameras. I tried to match things up. And as you can see right here, Panasonic, and then I turned it around with Panasonic. Panasonic with Panasonic. So I tried to match the camcorders up, and it's just one of those things I like to do. And this is a camera I got yesterday. I actually got that in the package yesterday. And what I wanted to show you is, oh, I can put my little mic right there. That's cool. So this is my little camera bag right here. I'm still using the microphone. And in this camera bag right here, I carry 3 hard drive cameras. So here's another hard drive camera. This is the HDR XR350. Once again, this is a nice camcorder, very nice. Okay, it's like brand new, and I got this off of, like I said, at the thrift store. I'm keeping it real. I got it at the thrift store, and all these are Sony products. Everything in this bag came from the thrift store. So I got them at different times though, because what I do is I do a random search a lot of times, and that's how I find these great deals. A lot of people say, how do you get these great deals? And I'll sit there, I might sit there for hours and do a random search on a particular brand. I might just type in Sony, or type in JVC, or type in Panasonic, and I just look for certain brands, and then I do the research on those brands. I'll go to YouTube, or I'll go to Google, and I want to know what year it came out, how good was it, how many megapixels was it, the whole 9 yards. And then if it's reasonable, you know, I'll make a bid on it. And some of the bids, they start off really low. They'll be like $5.99, $7.99, 10 bucks. But then it's funny because you never know. Right there at the last minute, at the end of the day, it can jump up to like 80 or 90 bucks. You never know. So sometimes I miss out. Sometimes I lose some of the bids, and it's okay. But I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. That's what this is all about, enjoying myself. Like I said, even on a beautiful day. And I know it looks kind of dark. See, if I put my hat like this, look, you can, I don't want to show all my hair. It's looking kind of nappy. But you can see my face a lot better if I wanted to show my face, okay? So it's a lot of different things that when you're dealing with lighting, lighting is very, very important. And it's not about the camera all the time, you know? I think this camera shoots better. I know this camera shoots better than this camera. And these cameras right here shoot probably equivalent to the camera I'm shooting with right now. The difference on these cameras is the amount of hard drive space and a couple other things too. Like I said, I'm shooting with a 240 gig hard drive right now. And then I got a 160 gig hard drive in here. I got another 60 gig hard drive in here. And I actually have another one coming today. Hopefully, it'll be here today or tomorrow. And it's only a 30 gig. But I'm nostalgic like that. And like I said, I'm a collector. So what's the name brand? Sony. These are all Sonys. That's a Sony right there. This is a Panasonic. And I'm not partial to one company. I have more Sony cameras probably than any, but you know, I play with all of them. I play with Panasonic, Sony, Panasonic, JVC, you name them. I play with all of them. So this video is the show. Oh man, hold up. I'm covering up my mic. I'm sorry. This video is to show what I do. Yeah, I play with all the different cameras. Sorry about that. And I'm back again. I play with all kind of cameras. I'm not impartial, once again, to one particular brand. Sony, Panasonic, JVC. I do have more Sony cameras than any other camera, but that's just because, I don't know, Tony and Sony, the one and only, you know what I'm saying? And then for the people that don't know who I am, computer animation, three-dimensional holographic, digital, video, broadcast, special effects engineer, / senior audiovisual telecommunications specialist, / brocaster, not broadcaster, brocaster, not broadcaster, brocaster, not broadcaster, of my reality show, born in 1963, all in HD. HPTV stands for Helping People TV, handicap production, homeless production, and many more productions to come your way. I'm your boy Tony from Cali once again. Tony and Sony, the one and only. This is Sony right here. Sony audio recorder, and we got a Sony camera that we're recording on right now. But it doesn't mean that I won't try any other camera. I don't like any other camera. Bam, Panasonic. Panasonic and Panasonic. So, sorry about that, I covered up my cameras. I'm gonna put the voice recorder right here. That way, I can do what I want to do. I can be hands-free. I'm hands-free. Now, like I said, you could do the same thing I'm doing right now with the cell phone. I think we might even do a cell phone test out here. I didn't bring my cell phone clamp for my cell phone though. But the cell phone would probably give me a wider angle and just as good video or better. And that's why so many people nowadays have went to using cell phones. So there's nothing wrong with using a cell phone. You can use a cell phone with the same voice recorder. You can use, I have an Olympics voice recorder, I have a Tascam, I have a bunch of different voice recorders. You can use any type of voice recorder, even the RCA, the one that I was going to buy the other day from the thrift store. It does not matter. What matters is just getting out there and telling your story and doing what you got to do and take it to the next level. I decided to come out here in the middle of the field. You probably say, why I came out here? I'm out here in the middle of the field, and I'm going to give you a pan. I'm going to pan around real quick and just show you where I'm at. And the reason that I decided to come out here is because I just wanted to be away from everybody, especially with the pandemic. This is where I'm at. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, okay? And there's an apartment complex over there, and this is where I'm at. So, you know, what am I doing? I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. I'm trying to get focus up. I don't know if this might be a little crooked. And like I said, trying to be a perfectionist, always trying to be perfect, always trying to make things right and take it to the next level. I didn't flip my flipping screen back over to see if I'm framed up, but that's good, that's decent. Like I said, if you want to see my face, I pull my hat up like that, you can see my face. Okay, I know my hair looks a little nappy there, but boom, you can see my face. Now you can see my face a lot better. And if I walk up to the camera, and bam, now you can see my face a lot better. So lighting is a big thing. Lighting is a big factor, and a lot of people don't understand that. They think you have to have the fanciest camera, the best camera out there, but you don't. Lighting, remember that. And once again, this is the day, this is the test of the 455 reporter camera. I love this camera, and I'm gonna continue to enjoy this camera as long as I can. And that's why I brought it out here, because I wanted everybody to get an idea of what I had been doing. During the pandemic, this is the time to, like I said, to be creative and just to have fun with different projects and stuff, you know? A lot of people are not understanding that. I'll raise this up a little higher. Okay? So once again, this is the reporter camera, the S-Vhs Panasonic reporter. They call this a reporter camera because the reporters used to use this camera. This used to be the news camera. You stand in front of it, bam, this is what I'm doing. I'm reporting live here. This is what I'm doing. This was the reporter camera. And it was very inexpensive. Now, this is not an ENG camera. I guess you could call it an ENG camera. We're going to talk about that term. That term came from, I guess, gathering news electronically. Because it's called electronic, ENG stands for electronic news gathering. And electronic news gathering, if you look at that, if you listen to that term, that can be looked at in a lot of different ways. All our news right now is gathered electronically from your cell phone, through the internet. Everything is gathered electronically. So it's about marketing. That's how you want to market something. But in that particular time frame, I believe, the reason they came up with that term ENG cameras, because they were rugged. Those cameras were designed for the news, and anybody that was out there telling stories back in them days was the news. The average person did not have a camera back in the 70s or the 80s. You know, if you did, you had some money. You know, you spent thousands of dollars. And like I said, I didn't get my first camcorder until 1986, and it was a 1986 Quasar. So, only thing I can tell you right now. Starting to itch out here a little bit. Anyway, you know, electronic news gathering, I think everybody does that nowadays. We all gather news electronically, and I just want to say that this is not technically a ENG camera, unless you want to call it that. So it's about what you want to call it, what you make of your life and what you're trying to do. As an independent journalist, I consider myself as an independent journalist, so I'm out here recording, talking for 24 minutes now. I've been out here recording, talking, showing you something. I'm gathering news, and I'm preparing news to send out to the world. So technically, I am an independent journalist gathering electronic news. So it's what you make of it. But electronic news, ENG cameras were originally the big broadcast heavy-duty cameras that the news guys had, and I have a couple of those here. I think I probably got about, I don't even know, I didn't even count. I probably got about 6 or 7 of them out here in, you know, in Sacramento. In Vegas, I've got, you know, several more. I used to have like 30 of these cameras, the big cameras, the big broadcast cameras, because like I said, I was a big collector. And I lost a bunch of my cameras in storage. And some, you know, my sister was telling me, and a lot of other people tell me, they said, hey, sometimes, you know, you might be buying some of your old cameras that you used to have, because I used to have this one too. And I had so many cameras that, you know, they got sold off. I lost them in storage and things like that. So, you know, I sometimes I feel bad that I lost those cameras, but you know what? You got to keep on living. You got to keep on living. You got to keep on enjoying life. And I have my past to look at. So I got pictures of my stuff, and I can go back and look at it and go, wow, that's cool. And I don't need everything that I used to have. I don't think no one needs everything that they used to have. And we would like to go back into the past sometimes and get some of the things that we had or things that we lost, but sometimes you just got to go forward. So I'm going forward. This is a new time, a new world. I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful to be breathing out here. And once again, today is March the 12th, 2021. A lot of people didn't make it to this year. They didn't make it this year, this month. And my condolences go out to all those people that didn't make it and their families. And I've got cousins that I've lost. I just got to talking to a friend right now, and he's talking about, and he says another one of our friends, they have the coronavirus right now, supposedly, possibly. And it's like, you never know. So be thankful for every day that you're here. And don't, you know, you can go back in the past and you can reminisce and you can think about the past a little bit, and I do that all the time. But don't stay in the past. Don't stay in the past where you're just, you know, frustrated and you wish you coulda, shoulda, maybe, coulda, shoulda, did this or did that. This is not Back to the Future, okay? Back to the Future was a fictional movie that's not real. We can't go back in the past and change things. And believe me, there's times that I wanted to do that, but you can't do that. We can't do that. We can only go forward. But we can also talk about the past, and we can help the younger generation and maybe show them, this is what I used to use back in the day. I can show the young guys, the young kids out there. You know, you guys are in your 20s. When I was in my 20s, this is what I used. I had this big old camcorder or something similar to this, and we didn't have cell phones back then. We didn't have a lot of different things that you guys have now. So the technology is changing and it's evolving, and I'm using some of the old technology right now as we speak. I'm using a camcorder from, like I said, 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. This microphone, this probably came from 2009, 2008, and it doesn't matter. It's about telling the story. It's about helping people. And that's what I'm here to do as an independent journalist, is to help you. And I'm enjoying my life out here and playing around with these cameras. I'm gonna shoot some footage in a minute, but this camera's getting warm out here, so we're gonna end this broadcast. But I love you guys out here, and I wanna show you more stuff. I got the JVC packed up right now. I showed you that yesterday a little bit. The black JVC, not the red one. The red one, we're gonna be pulling that one out here probably in a couple days. And we're gonna be shooting some footage with that once I get the other camera. The other camera hasn't came in yet. The little JVC action camera, so we're gonna be testing that out. And it's about just enjoying yourself, having fun. This is just a modification. The Brocaster Universal High Definition Bracket, okay? The Brocaster High Definition Bracket. I got a little rubber cap on the top here so you don't get scuffed up. Got a rubber cap in here. You tighten up the bracket, boom. You're filming, and you got a newer camera in the front here that has a higher quality than this big old camera right here, and you can add other elements, microphones and whatever you want. This is your do-it-yourself rig, and I think this is a cool thing to have. And I'm gonna do more modifications to this eventually, because you know I really want to do more with this. I want to do more with the lens. I want to get the camera built into the lens, but this bracket that I designed is something that it allows you to put it on any camcorder, like a Quasar or Panasonic, JVC, whatever you had. You had an old camcorder back in the day, and you said, you know what, I love that camcorder, and I don't want to destroy the camcorder, and I want to still be able to go out there and shoot high definition video or whatever, or 4K video. You can still do that with something like this. So that's my thoughts for today. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys out there. And once again, if you enjoyed this message and you got something out of it, you know, don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate, donate. And I say that over and over and over. I tell you guys, definitely donate. I got a Cash App. The Cash App's my Cash App is Cash App $ Tony McDo. Cash App $ Tony McDo. I'm sure I have that in the lower bottom corner of this particular video. I will be editing that in if I haven't put it in already. And that's about it. I love you guys once again. Don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate, donate. If any of this information has helped you, if you've thought about, you know, doing something creative during this pandemic time, just get out there and just do it. Enjoy yourself, you know? Okay? And we're out. I love you guys. Peace and love. Stay safe, stay strong, and don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate, donate. And we out.